Extra credit, written by What's Up Shannon. Chapter 1, Hands-on Learning. My knuckles tapped lightly on the door as my eyes shifted to the sign displaying his office hours. Clear as day, it read 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday. My watch read 6:01 p.m. I heard the clearing of a man's throat. "Come in," he announced. I turned the knob as the hinge squeaked upon opening. "Evening, Professor Gladney," I greeted him with a smile. He removed his blue sunglasses, and I wondered why he had those on in the first place while inside. He gave me a single nod and a gentle grin, taking another bite of a nearby Twinkie snack cake. It was a cramped office, no doubt, papers piled high along with neglected books, a dusty typewriter, and a briefcase shoved into the back corner. "Wow, they gave you the upgraded suite, huh, Professor?" I said, looking around. He let out a soft huff before putting his hand out, standing from his chair. His stature was daunting, but not intimidating. I hadn't thought I'd seen him this close before. From my perspective, he had been practically miniature-sized in the auditorium classrooms. However, at that point, it was I who was miniature compared to him. He motioned with his hand, offering me the seat. I accepted the invitation, sitting down while letting my backpack hit the floor, tucking it between my legs. "Yes, well, it is all the space I need, Allison," he said, adjusting his glasses as he set aside what looked like papers needing to be graded. He leaned back in his chair as I watched his shirt grow tight along his belly. His rather enlarged hands, might I add, rested on it, fingers laced together. "You're overwhelmed too, I see," I said, observing the surrounding papers he was wading in. "It's nearing the end of the semester, which probably explains why you're here," he replied, turning the subject back to me. I nodded, trying to form my thoughts before speaking. "It has been rough, Professor. I just can't seem to grasp this class. I'm failing, and this is a required credit," I said in an urging tone, putting my head in my hands. I collected myself before showing my face to him. His brows furrowed with concern, almost taken aback by my emotions. "I know World War II is a tough subject," he said before his lips formed a tight line. "But I can't just give you a passing grade," he added, firm but not cold. "I wouldn't ask that of you. Is there some sort of paper I could write or extra credit? If you gave me a grading sheet, I'd help you grade all these papers," I sputtered out, listing everything so quickly my words ran together into a linguistic mess. "Allison, calm down," he assured, reaching across the desk and putting a comforting hand on my shoulder. "How's your German?" he asked. Professor Gladney added a portion of the grade for learning German, at least for the most part. A couple of his lectures were completely in German, which left most of us completely clueless. Despite him being adamant about us learning the language, there was a rumor traveling throughout the school that he had only just learned German himself. "It's better. If you decide to give tomorrow's lecture completely in German again, I'm not sure I'll be 100% confident I'll understand you," I admitted. I figured honesty was key. How deep was I into failing? "I see," he said, his eyes glancing up at me, then back down at his half-eaten Twinkie. He picked up his snack cake to take a bite. The bottom gave out, dropping some of the cream filling right onto his belly. The cream clung to the cloth before he swiped it away with his finger and brought it to his lips. The moisture and the suction were a perfect team, getting every bit of that sweet cream before he released his finger with a kiss. He breathed, closing his eyes as if the darkness behind them helped him think harder. "Any ideas for extra credit?" he offered. I gave him a puzzled look, adjusting my glasses. Was he really opening this door right then? I watched his belly rise and fall as he leaned back into his chair. I always wondered what was underneath his loud button-up shirts. Was it a pale, smooth spare tire? Was there a happy trail? Did it swell a little more after a big meal? I swallowed, watching him sit up slightly in his chair. He stood from his seat to reach a higher shelf. Before I could conjure a request, I saw something. An outline of something large. It was healthy and firm, aching, perhaps painful. I casually glanced away, not sure if I wanted to see it, or maybe I did, but I didn't think he was showing it off. He didn't seem aware of it. Or maybe he was, but he did not realize how pronounced it was, how incredibly noticeable it was. Anyone could see that, even in that gigantic auditorium he lectured in. Not that I'd asked to see it, but was I going to complain? No. Who ever requests to see an outline of their professor's member? His new knowledge of German linguistics wasn't the only rumor spreading across the halls of the university. His supposed separation from his wife. I was sure it was hard to suppress that rumor, considering he lived just across the street from the university. When a blonde woman with a well-maintained perm stopped leaving and entering, suspicions rose. The professor seemed distracted, trying to use work as his distraction, but it wasn't working. The strain in his trousers only made that rumor seem truer. The lack of love at home left a man yearning for it during the day. But maybe I shouldn't judge a man with a receding hairline and a protruding belly. Why would that exempt him from being well endowed? He could be blessed in other areas, clearly. Many things were left to the imagination, but not that. Not anymore. That belly was a second runner-up blessing. The way it sat over his pants waistband, the fabric of his shirt hugging it, keeping it safe. That was indeed precious cargo. Dare I say, it was cute. I hoped his wife adored that.